Yo, 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 what's going on, YouTube? It's your boy Nate the Great coming at you with another live. You already know if you're new to the channel, like, share, comment, and subscribe. To all the returning friends and family, you already know it's peace and blessings. I'm gonna give y'all a little bit of time to tune in case these notifications ain't go out. First things first, you already know, hopefully everybody had a blessed and productive Wednesday. Hopefully everybody was able to smoothly get through the work day. Hopefully your kids was able to get through the school days. And I know a lot of y'all again are preparing for the weekend. So hopefully, no matter what events you end up going into, hopefully you keeping yourself safe, keeping yourself dressed accordingly, and just trying to keep yourself healthy as possible. That's the one thing that people need to really start taking advantage of is getting on board and getting in tune with their health. You know, you want to be here longer, you want to have to do certain things to stay here long. Make sure you're treating yourself right, basically. And again, hopefully, whatever y'all got planned, you're able to enjoy yourself. You know, give your praises to the higher power. You already know what it is. Appreciate everybody that tuned in earlier for the conversation. Definitely was just a great one that was needed. Definitely was a message in it. A greater message that stands for a choice of freedom, basically. See, again, everything in life is a choice. What choices you make solely depends on you. Will those be great choices or those be destroying choices? Northwoods, what's going on? East Dad, what's going on, my guy? Now, I've always felt, in my opinion, that if I'm supposed to be free, and I mean free in the mind, and also free to choose what I feel is necessary for my path, and I should be able to do so without no corruption, right? Then we look and we see how some people can get corrupted. Sad part about it, those ones that seem to get corrupted, those are the ones who could be the next brilliant thinkers, the next brilliant, strategic artists that we need, basically. Now, again, I've always believed that you should be free to make choices in life, but again, you would have to be an adult to make certain choices. Certain choices you shouldn't be making as a child because, for real, who's really going to do that? Who would really leave a child to make a big decision, especially if they're not sure if that's the decision that they really want to go with? So again, when you get into a certain point in life, you are free to carefully make choices that benefit you, benefit the people around you. Then you just got to remember this part too. Once you've made that careful choice, you stick with that choice, and you see it all the way through. BMF, what's going on, my guy? Realist, what's going on? Going on, man? Now we've seen forms of freedom of choice even out here, and we see the good side of it. We've seen the bad side of it. Some sides we still are confused on and trying to make sense of. But nonetheless, it's freedom of choices, right? Bronze, what's going on, my guy? Cool gamer, what's going on? What's going on, y'all? Saying, we've seen the good things of freedom of choice. We've seen people make choices not just within their life, but within the realms of life that always seem to bring them the best, bring them the blessings, bring them the glory, and even bring them a piece of subtle mind. Because their mind was on the elevation path well before their time. They already thought big, dreamed big, and they made it work. In their minds, they already did so. So again, you start seeing that some of them actually had, tenfold blessings in their life, regardless. Prime example, I've seen a good choice of freedom from some people because there's some people who I knew was, when I tell you they was penny pinchers to the T and know they had it, something changed them. You know what changed them? Life changed them. Once they realized they was in a position where even if they thought they was going to lose, they wasn't going to lose much, they started giving back. That picture right there was well greater than anything because again, they could have still been in the same token right now. I ain't giving back to none. I don't give a damn about this. But nah, they decided the picture was bigger than them, which was a choice. Some people would say it's a stupid choice to give back money, but I don't feel so. Especially when you know you can do so and try to at least inspire some of these people to get on the same path or at least get on a path of greatness by just showing them the ways. I don't believe it's ever that drastic to do so. It is coming from a piece of the spirit and a piece of the heart if that's what you're doing it from. It's a freedom of choice, man. There's some people who are going to do the best for the people or by the people or even try to inspire the people. It's a choice. They don't have to do it, but they do it, you know, because they doing it with intent. They doing it with a solid place from the heart. That's something they just like to do. They can help you in the smallest ways. That's what they do. You know, again, freedom of choice. There's a lot of people who could be selfish, but there are some who are not selfish at all. Because again, they know what it is to be there, having a hard time getting from there, and having a somewhat of a little mission on keeping what they got now. You know, there's some people who could have been, like I said, it could have been in sports, could have been in entertainment, even though we know that's not the only thing they was pushing for. They could have been in those fields, and they chose to go in other fields because they felt they was doing a better service. Some went into the medical field because they felt they wanted to be able to try to bring back life if they could, or at least try to help save a life. You know, you think a lot of those quote unquote doctors and nurses really want to be doctors and nurses? No. But again, that's just a part of the human spirit. Because again, think about it. When they went to war, who else was going to heal them up? Or who else was going to help them patch up and get back to their normalcy if it, they couldn't do it for themselves? So again, it's a freedom of choice. A lot of them could have walked out. A lot of them feel underpaid, right? A lot of them probably feel they could be doing something better. But then there are those who really just genuinely love what they're doing. There's nothing wrong with that. That's their choice if that's what they want to do. The problem with freedom of choice sometimes is that people choose sometimes to try to knock you off your square. It's their choice to do so, but if you got a strong balance and you willing and determined and you're humble, you'll always knock them down one way or another. The bad parts of freedom of choice is when the youth are not being watched, when the youth are not being looked at or even paid attention to. They could choose to do something that could be drastic and that could possibly ruin their life, which is essentially wrong or which is essentially a downplay because guess what? They're not supposed to be making specific choices that can harm them. Start paying careful attention because even if you did set a rule to a degree, who's to say they really following that rule? See, again, you had a freedom of choice when you decided to bring youth into the world, right? So now it's the sole choice of what do you do right? How do you keep them right? At least until they get into an age where they can make their own choices and decisions. Papa Will, what's going on, my guy? I already know if y'all just tuned in, the like button. You got to essentially say, what are you possibly going to do to keep them from the other side of the ground, basically? See, I feel when you are a parent, you are supposed to make choices, regardless to how you feel. You're still going to have to make choices. Choices that's going to keep the family afloat, keep you afloat. Choices that could be better or could even give way to a process in life when they do get to a certain age of their life again. That's just if they decide, prime example, they don't want to go to college, but they still want to go do something in life outside of that. Who's to stop them? Black, what's going on, my guy? Or been a minute, my guy. Hope all is well with everybody pulling in. Metro, what's going on, my guy? Everybody should be free to make decisions again when they are adults. But the one thing that is bad is when the kids are making the decisions for themselves. I'm gonna repeat that again. It is bad. Look what we're getting. See, prime example, you have a choice to make sure that your children are well educated as far as making sure they could read properly, write properly, be cohesive. Come on now. But see, that's the bad part about freedom of choice because there's some parents who probably don't care and they're going to choose to let their child burn. Which again, while we get certain instances of violence in society, the what ifs, the could have been future superstar status, or just the future blessing to at least one neighboring area, it all goes south. Chill town, my guy, what's going on, man? Been a minute, been a minute. But you know, again, it is a solid choice. Your choice, should you choose to accept it, which some of you don't, you choose to just bring them in here and let them burn and let them go out sorely. When in all honesty, you should have been giving them the best chances because at some points you had the best chances. There's some people who, given a choice, they will choose the dark path quicker than the easy path. The easy path, in my opinion, has always been this. You want to make things easy in life because life ain't easy. But if you want to make it easy, you better think about what's best for you, what's going to keep you solid, what's going to keep you high, elevated in the mind and in the spirit. What's going to keep you from being another state number? What's going to keep you from being a junkie? So on and so forth. We could go down the list, right? But again, those choices should be what it is. I can use me prime example. I've seen the effects of drugs, and I'm talking about coke, heroin, you name it. I've seen my fair share of it, right? Guess what my aspect was out of all of those drugs? You got me to one. And that one is something that don't do nothing. Don't cause no type of real effect. What besides make you hungry, make you laugh. Out of all those other drugs, couldn't do it. Couldn't see myself doing it. Because I seen the effects and what it did to people. And they had a choice. And some of these people had choices to be greater than what they were, but they decided to go down that other path. That dark path a lot of times don't lead you back to a good sight in your life. You gotta think before you do things for real. But I would always say again, parents, it is time for you to solely focus on the goal at hand. By choice, you decide to have them. So by choice, it is your job that you teach them everything necessary. Trust me, the benefits will go a long way. We can at least get back to some sort of reciprocity to what we had before. Because again, we got to give choices. We got to give options. But there also need to be specific freedoms. Again, if I'm gifted at this, but I decide to go this route, it should be my choice to do so. But again, you would have to keep yourself solid. Keeping yourself solid, trust me, it ain't easy, but it ain't hard neither. You know what fits your demographic of life, place it into your life. Again, you could be skilled with your hands, right? But if you decided you was going to do something else that was beneficial for yourself, giving you knowledge and education, shoot for the stars. You never know what could happen. Again, it is about choice. Now, again, I feel once they get to a certain age, you're gonna have to be somewhat lenient because again, they're gonna have to learn to start making their own decisions. Certain things they'll find out for themselves if it's right or not. And then there are other things they might be confused on, but again, you are supposed to give them the balance. But again, that's a choice. Because there are a lot of you who know you could be making the right choices and definitely making things better within the community, within your own homes. You choose not to. And again, because it's solely about your choice to think about yourself. I think in the saddest of notions, again, look at the numbers we could have running with us. I mean, we could honestly see that numbers have dropped down so crazy. And the reason is because some people are taking this choice, prime example, to dumb down anything that could be bright and potential. Can't do that. If the knowledge is there for a reason, why not give it? And if there's extra knowledge that's been gained in anything, again, why not give it? And break things down the way you need to break it down. Malik, what's going on, my guy? Telling you, they just the choice to watch them suffer, the choice to watch them be future abusers, users. It's sickening. That is the bad effects of freedom of choice. And I'm not gonna lie to you, the way things are shaped now, it'll only be a matter of time before more chaos and misery take hold. And it's gonna take hold only because again, nobody is trying to tip the balance. Nobody's trying to tip the balance where they need to. Now I'm gonna say this. What happens if your child decides when they do get a certain age, they do want to get into the medical field and they are consistent about it and they are willing to put in the work for it. You might want them to be something else. But if that's not what they're calling for, then again, what's stopping them from, you know, stopping them? 9 out of 10 it'd be you, especially if you don't believe in the dream or if you don't believe in it at all. Again, you're supposed to have different options when it comes to breaking down everything. All right, I might be good at this, but then I might be excellent in this. So what's stopping? It's a choice. Because even when things are knocking you down, still supposed to be able to get back up. If this was a boxing match, you can't quit. You can't throw in the towel, especially when you got a good footing in whatever it is you're doing. Serious, what's going on, baby? Again, making the right choices as a parent don't come easy. It shouldn't be hard neither to make the right calculated decisions. Again, I would speak from experience because of what I've done. Make sure you give a fair balance. Because at some points, they are going to start making their own choices when they get older. And if it's the choices that's definitely going to be good for them, then why stop them? If you want them to be this, right? But they might want to be this, and they might actually succeed in that level. It's their choice. Why not support it? See, there's some choices people are going to make in their life that is going to be beneficial for them. That's their blueprint. That's what they envisioned happening, and that's what they see happening. And they are actually putting everything in use. Why not support that choice? If it's going to keep them out of jail or keep them from an early grave or keep them from being out here messed up and struggling, why mess up the choice? I can see if they making a choice that's, I'm gonna say, kind of irrational, or they making a choice that everybody named mama know could be a bad, downfall for them. But again, once they're at a certain age, if that's the decision they're gonna make, most you can do is just leave it to the higher power and just hope that something goes the way you need to go. See, a positive part of this quote unquote freedom of choice, you choose exactly who you want and who you don't want around you. Let me think about this again. No, I shouldn't have to think about it again because I know I meant that. You have a choice to decide who you want in your life, who you don't want in your life. If the people that you want around you are the people who are solidly watching, building, and just keeping everything on point and keeping it real to the fullest, then yeah, that's your choice. You build and be amongst those. Nothing wrong with that. You make choices. Ah, shoot. I left something inside. You make the choices, again, that shape your destiny in life. If your calling was a sport, but you decide your calling could be something else, make it work. See, it's a two-way street when it comes to choices. See, it's the parents' choice to, again, let them succeed or watch them fall. And it's the same way with the youth. It is your option or it's your choice to decide if you want to elevate and take the knowledge and wisdom that was given to you or fail on your own. Again, it's about choice. At certain points in your life, even when you're young, you're not going to be able to make the right decision right off the fly. But you should make a careful, calculated one. Yeah, y'all already know the noise level out here. Y'all know even in the nighttime. So, but nonetheless, you know, it's your choice to place the right people around you, whether they friends, family, you name it. You name it. And trust me, once you see what you really built, once you put around you, shoot, you'll definitely be in a happy space. And why you'll be in that happy space? Because it was your choice to do so. It was your choice to place either like-minded people or just well-rounded people around you. Period. Shouldn't matter. You made that happen because you made a choice to do so. That is the beauty of freedom of choice. I get to choose who and what, where and when, and if it's in the right path, it should be no whys. And if there is a why, then that'll be something for a tale to be given to the youth behind. James, what's going on, my guy? You got a choice to build the right things around you. Again, it's a choice. Again, like life being a garden, right? You gotta plant everything in that garden, watch it grow, and tend to it almost every other day, damn near every day. So you make sure everything is good, right? But that's a choice because you can simply just plant something and don't tend to it, or don't do no work to it and let it die. You could have been growing beautiful flowers in your garden, but you chose not to do no work. So now look, flowers are gone now. And if you can resuscitate and do something to them, never know if damage has been done for real. So again, that's a choice. Placing the right type of values around you. You need substance in your life. Definitely need education. You need to take risk at times because those slight risks you take could be even more beneficial. And again, as long as you're not harming your balance in life, not placing no risk on yours, do what's necessary. Make a choice in life. I know it don't sit with some people to hear this, but guess what? In certain instances, we reap what we sow because we just dropped the ball on all angles. We chose to dumb down to even the lowest forms in society. The ones that haven't have been trying to at least make some sort of difference. But again, it's hard to sometimes. And we see that the people are not really being educated the way they should be. And even the adults in certain instances are not retraining themselves, not getting themselves back into that motivational spirit and inspirational spirit. We dropping the ball crazy. No, and this is the thing though, we gotta realize we all have choices as human beings to strive to be the best, try to give back the best. And most importantly, just try to make sure no matter what test we are going through, that we'll still be able to succeed and move forward. Pray today, be prepared for tomorrow, because you never know what tomorrow might bring. I believe that to be some truth, some form of truth. Because again, there are going to be things that are well out of your power, and it's either a choice to accept it when it does happen, It's a choice not to. But your best bet a lot of times, knowing your full potential. That's a choice you should put into your memory banks. And that's again strengthening and believing in yourself, even when nobody else does. It's your choice again if you're going to succeed, test the time, or if you're going to fall back. Didi, what's going on, baby? Again, it's a simple choice in life. Do you want better and do you see greater? Or are you going to allow everything to just weigh you down? Now, again, what I was saying earlier about it being other situation, but again, you have a choice and an option to do something, even when the people are giving you options to do something better than what you're doing. But again, it's your choice. I'll be honest with you, that's just like knowing you got a gambling problem to a point where now you even incurring debt like a mug, right? Let's say you happen to catch a good blessing where you could probably pay that sucker off and just leave everything as is. You have a choice to either pay that or are you going to try to risk it all and try to double it and triple? Because depending on what you're gambling and what you're doing, you might not win. And if you win some, you still going to be in the debt, whether you believe it or not. It's a choice on what you're going to do. You already know you down and out. Do you take that choice to gamble, or do you take that choice to get you out of that gamble, to get you out of that problem? Again, you have a choice, man. Because again, you should never take a gamble in life that ain't worth it. Again, some people might get lucky. They might have the high hand. They might not be able to lose. Some people would feel like they beating the odds. No, some people just know how to play or deal with what they have. That's just like if I know I got a problem at the blackjack table and I've been losing all night, I got a choice. I can either walk away with my little, whatever little change I got, or I could choose to put that and risk it all again. And if I risk it all, it might be my downfall if I don't get the cards right. Nah, because there's some people, bro, I'm going with this too. There's some people who made poor choices. And those poor choices led to their debt, led to their downfall, had them go to either bankruptcy or so on and so forth. Again, when you are making careful choices in life, you got to make sure that you don't fall. And if you fall, it shouldn't be that hard to get back up. It should never be there. What happened to you? It's crazy. You got a choice to be something great and keep greatness and sustain greatness. Why not make that wise decision to do so? Well, I can say one reason, because again, nobody is really focusing on being successful. That's a small handful that really feel they don't care about life. Even if they know they in a good place where they could definitely be something grand, they don't care. It's almost in a sense saying like their spirit was already broken and they didn't care. You got to be practical in life. And when you're being practical, that means you making a careful decision in life that's going to be beneficial. I appreciate you for dropping those links. Serious, baby. Working harder than Master P and No Limit Soldiers, baby. I'll drop the link in a minute in case anybody want to chime in a minute. And again, these are the pros and the cons of freedom of choice. The pros is always going to be what it is: growth, substance, multiple opportunities for learning, and even more expansion. Choices that could possibly help these people get into positions in life again where it could be game changers for the world around us. And they could definitely benefit everybody. But again, it is solely choice. Some people can come together and bring the best things to light by choice. Again, it's simple choice. See, prime example, if there was $1 million put in your face that's just yours. No gimmicks, no nothing. Everything is just yours. What do you choose to do with that $1 million? Especially if you never had it. Some people would make the wise choice. And when they make the right choice, guess what? They figure out what they're going to do with the rest. Got those that'll blow that in less than a couple hours. And see, again, it's choice. If you know you struggled and never had it, why go broke making the wrong choices? I can understand that patriotism basically of, yeah, I made it, hard work and dedication. I gotta look out for the people, I gotta look out for everybody. And I can understand all of that too. Yes, you are supposed to look out in certain instances. But again, if you still just getting your feet wet, you still gotta establish yourself before anything. If there's $1 million ahead of me, shoot, half of that going where it need to go, investments. So this way I can't never, ever worry about nothing. I might actually be able to sell something that I know for a fact. Here, there we go. Another half, try to do what you can do. Look, y'all, we got the pot right here. What we gonna make work with it? But again, that is a choice, though. It's a soul choice. Also, the bad part again about freedom of choice is that some of you will put yourselves in dangerous positions in life Again, because you are focusing on the wrong thing as far as building and helping. There's some of you who will be so worried about the dollar so damn quickly, you know, lost focus that the main goal at hand and what you was here for, or what you was hired to do, basically. Remember what I told you about the situation about those 70 employees that got arrested? Like I said, $2 million overlooking certain things, taking bribes, so on and so forth. Right? Crazy. They all had a choice to not be a part of that, but they chose to do so. And in certain instances, they are tearing down the industry that's within them right now. Now you just brought more heat and attention to that situation right there. See, again, the choices that you make, if you think that's for the best, you're gonna see what happens in the consequences behind that choice. Now, almost everybody gonna be either facing some real Fed time or whatever. That was the same way with that situation of these people, quote unquote, abusing and scheming the welfare system. Look what they face. Again, you can't play around. Those choices you make, better hope they don't have federal consequences behind them. 'Cause if they do, that's going to be your choice to bear that burden. And the truth right there. If you choose to go down this path of destruction, you'll have grave consequences. And you still going to lose out on a portion of your life that you didn't need to. And that portion right there, while you was detained, you could have been doing everything to sustain, and you would have still been good. You got a choice in life to make something great of yourself. When it's all said and done, it's solely down to accountability and responsibility. And if you know you're destined to be great, again, why not make the choice to just do so? What's holding you back? See, the one thing to remember is that, yeah, there's going to be things in life that do propel you to think and go the wrong path. But you got to think about it too. Certain things in life ain't always meant to be easy. And if you want to make it easy, again, you better find a way to do so without disturbing your balance and without messing up anything that could be beneficial for you in the long run. And be beneficial for your future kids, grandkids, great grands. Again, It's about generational wealth at the end of the day. Nah, I'm lying. That's one part of it. It's about generational well-being, peace, and subtlety. It's also about generational choices. I don't know, but that choice of just again destroying the boundaries, that should never be a choice. No doubt, Pop. Appreciate you, my guy. And also great live, my man. You already know what it is, man. If you haven't done so, make sure y'all check out the recent short I just dropped. Yeah, your boy been working too. Don't worry. See, I got a choice, right? I got a choice to just keep doing this or leave this. Choice is simple, right? If I chose to leave, I wouldn't feel fulfilled. And I definitely feel like I'm letting down the people who have been a major part of this. So that's one reason why I chose never to walk away from this. And when I do walk away, trust me, the people are walking away with me. We're walking together in stride. That's my choice. I chose to be a content creator because I know I got things that I'm bringing in that we need to really discuss and focus on. See, there are people who really need to figure out what works for them on all angles. Even if you are going to use social media as a way to, how you use it is solely up to you. Definitely get better, Papa Will. You already know, my guy. No doubt, Melik. You already know, my guy. So again, when you do something, make sure it's the right choice. Again, it is a choice of yours, man. Do you choose to keep yourself above water or do you choose to drown? Nobody should ever choose to drown. Again, I've always believed when you put your mind and your ingenuity to the full test, there ain't nothing that can stop you from building. They consistently build on all oceans because now you know what you need to do. You got the pieces for the blueprint. And now again, you just making sure you move in the right way. Next, see what's going on, baby. I already know if y'all just tuned in, the like button. If y'all new to the channel, like, share, comment, and subscribe. See, again, I believe a choice is going to be given one way or another. See, to be honest with you, my mom's made she rest in peace. She gave me options. She gave me choices. She gave leniency to a degree, but she still kept the iron claw and that iron grip on her baby boy because she already know what these streets had to offer, what this world had to offer. And some of it was not good at all. So in that notion right there was things she did where she would give me a choice. And I thank her every day for that. It's that ingenuity right there that kept me where I needed to be at throughout life. The fact that I had the right type of people that came from the sandbox and all watched me become something. Watched me become greater than what I thought I could be. Because I didn't give a damn about myself at one point. Like I said, that was my choice. But then I had to make the right choice. And that right choice again was just rebuilding, regrowing. Forget about the knowledge. The knowledge is still there. Knowledge never left. Mo, what's going on, baby? See again, that was the right type of parental move. Fair balance, and didn't let her son become corrupt. If anything, she gave the options. She was left with no choice because at that point it was do or die. Hey, work for the better. I think she'd be proud too to see what what I've been through, what I got myself out of, and what I got myself out of was a pit of despair. Again, a choice that I made because I didn't know how to handle certain things. But then I handled it the right way, as I should. Because again, the picture was bigger than me. I come here and bring content, the shit bigger than me. I'm bringing something that's real that we really need to be talking about. This is bigger than me. I could have chose to leave prime example because of the nonsense, the hate, the ignorance, the trolling, so on and so forth, right? That would have been a weak-minded move, in my opinion. But why walk away from something when you know you got too much smoke to give? And this is actual smoke that you need right now. Come walk into these clouds real quick. Come see what the world sees. Right now, we don't see too clear. We should be seeing clearer than that. Life is going to give you smoke and mirrors. You can walk through the smoke. You can't walk through a mirror. You can look in the mirror though. Not gonna lie to you though. I made a choice to just be original and authentic when it comes to bringing this message the way I see fit. And I didn't waver, cower, do anything like some people would have done because I've never been a coward. Always been for the smoke, win, lose, or draw. I'll be honest with you. Motivation is what kept me here. I'm motivated to find out exactly what I'm still here for. I got a multitude of things I could have been doing. This probably wouldn't have been one of them. But again, this is a better way to get the message out. Message is clear that at the end of the day, we need more structure. We need more options to build and restructure what we need to restructure. So this way, these kids and these teens coming up can have better choices when they do get into adulthood. And whatever they solely choose to do into adulthood, hey, you've done your job as a parent, even though it's not over. Your parents, your parents' jobs still are and will always be making sure your kids stay above ground. I thought about it more, but I would have to, yeah, I'm too rough around the edges right now. Thought process at some point. See, I would be honest with you. Had I chose to giving up on every aspect of life after my mom's passed, if I had chosen to just giving up, you think we really be here building, growing? Nah, highly doubt it. Because I highly doubt what I would have been capable of doing. Again, if I made that choice to give up, wouldn't be having this good old conversation like we're doing right now. See, that was a choice. Raiders, what's going on, baby? You already know, appreciate you, appreciate you. You know, this is what we do over here. There's some people that get to talk about things, and that's their choice. I talk about what I want to talk about because it's my choice. I don't put nothing on nobody. Because again, your choice to stay, your choice to go. That's pretty much how I basically put things in the life perspective throughout life. Even at that moment when I lost my clarity of everything, still had that instinct in me. Come or go. Really didn't matter. Because again, I've always felt that look, the real ones will always show and prove, which they did, even during that time frame. And I appreciate you for that serious baby. My choice to bring content and my choice to bring some real shit to the table. Excuse my French. Hey, it's my choice. When you are left with no options in certain instances, you have to make solid choices. I want everybody to understand that. And even when you feel life isn't giving you the best options, you choose to either accept it or you choose to make it better regardless. That is solely up to you. I chose to bring this content and I chose to bring these words and I chose to just bring what's needed a strong conversation because I personally felt and chose to do so. This is something that we need. We need more people to start really bringing those words out the way we need to, so where we can get to a common understanding. A lot of people are only separated by choice. That's another problem with that. Separated by choice. Right people who should be together as far as just business and everything else, they unaware of anything. But that's because some people choose not to promote the right people. They choose not to see somebody grow. But essentially, again, if the person is humble, if the person is really just doing it solely from the spirit, there ain't no weapon formed against you will prosper. And it won't. Because again, when that person is thinking along the lines of a bigger picture, hey, message is clear as day. You already know, Don, appreciate you, my guy. See, again, we have a choice to build and we have a choice to bring a message that's bigger than. Again, there's certain things in life that we should see that is bigger than us. It's our choice to attach to the things that we can and try to make sure that we can focus it and shift it in the greatest of directions. It's our choice to do so. Even down to what you're doing as far as the platform is concerned. It's a choice on what you do. It's a choice in what you do, it's a choice in what you say. It's a choice if you decide to react to certain things or not. You have multiple choices when it comes to life. What do you choose though? And are you really free to make those choices? There's some choices that we believe that we are free to make, but we really ain't free to make them. I'm going to keep it real with you. Like they say, we free to speech, but then the same token, we could also be canceled in that same token just for being free of speech. So again, certain things that we think is free, and we do think we do got a free choice to it, but we don't. I would say the choice of bringing back education should be on everybody's registry right now. That's a choice because again, if you choosing to let the kids fail and suffer, you're no better than the system that they're in right now, or the system that they coming across. Just giving them nothing, no options, no choices, no free range again of thinking, which should never be the case because we had those. What's stopping us from making things reverse? Our choices in life, our choices not to be involved as far as we supposed to be involved. Yeah, you build for yourself, but you also make sure you build for those who need to build. I appreciate you again for dropping all those links, serious baby. Working hard in these MTA workers on the train line, baby. Now, see, back to the story at end, them people, those 70 people had a choice. They chose wrong. See, that's the one thing. If you choose the right paths, if you choose the right things, you get the right rewards. If you choose the wrong paths, you don't know what you're certain to get. But just know you're going to be certain for and destined to have nothing but heartache and pain. You're going to definitely have stress on the brain. So, again, it's about making a calculated decision and choice in your life. What's going to keep your foundation strong? What's going to keep your spirit whole? What's going to keep you in one piece? Again, it's a choice. And if you choose to do well in life, you're going to have to think well. And that means you're going to definitely have to put your brains in these books. Start putting these devices down. Stop Googling everything and actually start reading. See, there's some of you who could build yourself up even greater than what you think you can if you make the choice to do so. Some choices in life are going to be hard because those choices are going to be the choices that we got nowadays. Do we choose to stay friends with people and they know they're not elevating? We try to help them and they're not trying to do anything? Do we choose to still remain loyal, or do we at least put them to a distance, at least till they get it right? That's a choice. See, I made choices. I made some good choices. I made some bad choices. I know the consequences of those bad choices, and those consequences still wasn't as bad as what I've seen today with people making bad decisions. I chose to keep myself here because, regardless to what, I know my legacy at some point will mean more than anything. Right now, the legacy I do have is what it's been. I'm a solid brother inside and out, a good friend inside and out. And even when I don't want to be bothered, I'm still bothered because that's just me. It's just the human nature. I believe in my brothers and sisters actually coming together and striving for some sort of greatness outside of tearing something down. But again, a lot of it won't happen because of choices. See, I could choose to hate, but then what's the point of hate? Hate is a strong word and a deep word on top of that. The only hate I ever had in my life was me letting myself go through that downfall and that pit of despair after my mom's passing. Because that was a nice little time of just not knowing nothing, numb to the world, didn't care. That was the only time I hated anything. And I chose to not go down that route ever again in life. It doesn't matter who passes on because I built myself stronger. I chose to not let everything knock me down and take me out of my decisions in life. See, again, everybody's going to deal with death differently. Some might be able to surpass, some might crash. The ones that usually crash are the ones that have already been pushed to their limits. And when they crash, we see the results. They either go to the hard drugs or the streets. There is no returning back. And I would solely say that these choices that we are trying to make that are supposed to be great for people, and supposed to be great blueprints for those coming in behind us in the future generations, choices we making right now ain't the best choices. In the long run, guess what? You have a choice to either bring peace and joy into your life or bring sorrow and misery. And if you bring sorrow and misery, you know what the consequences come behind that. You're gonna always find yourself around people that don't mean well and don't care about anything. They definitely will not care about you when you at your downest moment. So again, you have a choice to place the right people in your life or place the wrong people in your life. I chose to place the right people in my life as far as recently, but I've always had the right people along. I've always felt, in my opinion, that that higher spirit definitely had the right people around me and for the right reasons at the right time. Again, had I chose to go down that path and stay down that path, we wouldn't be having these conversations and these great laughters and everything else. If I was here to be a motivational speaker, then hey, I must have spoken some motivation the way it was needed. It might have been raw and uncut, but it was real. Your choice to be creative in your life and to create the best balance in life is solely up to you. And again, even when the cards are not dealt right, you still got time to make it right. Or if you get a new hand in life, make sure you get the right pieces. Maybe you just might win that game. It's just a choice, though. I would say, hopefully, that some people who are getting this message really take that into consideration, what's being said. Parents, it's your choice and it is your duty to do what's necessary. It's your choice to watch your children succeed or watch them crumble. Again, you are the creators. You're bringing life into this world. Create the balance. Choose the best, healthiest possible options in all cylinders in life: health, wealth, achievement, education. And some of you youth right now, too, need to hear this. You have a choice to either be your own person or to be a follower. The choices of being a follower, you want to follow the wrong people into the wrong pits of hell. When you do, there might not be no returning back from that. Or you have the choice to use your greater gifts and talents and skills, put them in something great. You got to test yourself sometimes. Again, you have the possible options of choosing the right people to be around you. Some of you have to realize that not everybody's going to be for you. Not everybody going to be down for you. And if something does happen, not everybody going to ride for you. The ones that will ride for you will always show and prove in more than one way. The ones that are there for you, even when you're at your downest moment, those are the true ones. The ones that come after the storm, those are ones you got to start paying attention to. The ones that never come at all, get rid of them because they're no good for you. That's just my view and opinion on it. Again, it's solely about choosing the right path. Whatever that right path might be in life for you, hey, as long as it's giving you wisdom, it's giving you solid ground, and you can pass that knowledge on, strive for it. Again, your choice. Your choice to do good, your choice to do bad. That's going to be solely up to you and nobody else. In my opinion, I would tell you to choose the right, but hey, if you didn't get the message today, then hey, the message wasn't for you. These are the things that you need to be aware of. There are going to be some choices in life that you're going to be free to make. There's some choices in life that will take your freedom away. How you choose to roll that dice, that's solely up to you. Best step is just to walk away from the things that are causing you grief and walk away from the things that are not giving you growth. I appreciate you, serious. Appreciate you for that. See, prime example, I'm gonna use myself again. I could choose to be a tyrant. I could choose to be a bully. I could choose to do a lot of things outside of my parameter that would alienate people. But I don't do so. My intentions are what they are. I'm gonna be speaking and giving the best speakings I could give because it's coming from the soul. It's coming from the visuals of somebody that's out and about. I don't have to be super active in my community or any community to know what the hell is going on. I'm active outside. I'm actively everywhere, even when I'm not working. The bad part about freedom of choice, the bad part about it for those who do have money, because they have an option to choose something great, use their money for great, or try to incorporate a blueprint for people to make themselves great. They choose not to. They choose to be selfish, squander, pillage, so on and so forth. Again, solely making the wrong decisions. When you are blessed, you are able to do the greatest things, you are supposed to do them. Because again, those blessings do come tenfold. But again, it is solely your choice. Well, I'm gonna be honest with you. I could have really chose to be a whole different person on here, but I chose to be myself. Best way to reach the people a lot of times is just be yourself. I don't have to be a tyrant. I don't have to be a character. I don't have to be nothing. My character speaks for what it is. I know how to have fun. I know how to keep myself well balanced. I know what I'm doing. I know how to do things. The things that I don't know how to do, I don't have a problem asking for help. I don't have a problem actually putting in the footwork if it's going to be something beneficial. I chose to create something great here, and I'm sticking to my choice. Appreciate you, James, man. Like I said, there's a lot of you who have been here from the beginning, even the ones in the shadows. I know I smell a few of y'all, and I taste a few of y'all. There are a lot of y'all who have been here again since this beginning. I made good choices, made some bad choices, and other choices I didn't make at all. The choices just got presented to me, and I went accordingly, basically. And again, I'm not folding, I'm not wavering, I'm not going away from nothing that I stand on. When I stand on something, that's what it means. If you run into this brick wall, you just ran into the brick wall, and that was it. Lady Shay, what's going on, baby? You already know I had to come show some love and support. You already know how it is. Yeah, I had a good build over there too. It was a good conversation. And even the ones that have come recently within the last year, or even couple months, or even couple weeks, y'all still are beneficial and you still are important to the build. So again, I don't want anybody to think that I take shit for granted. I don't want people to think that I'm trying to bully my way to do anything. Nope. I'm just being my careful, calculated self like I've been doing. Anything I feel that's not being great to this build will get thrown out. And that's just simple choice right there. It's a process of elimination. And see, that's the good thing about a freedom of choice. You have the processes of elimination. Whatever you feel ain't giving you the best growth or the best sight or the best anything, you have a choice to get rid of it. But if you choose to keep it on your side, just know what comes with that. You already know, Lady Shay, baby. I chose to do this because, again, picture is bigger than me. Stand on my choices, stand on my principles. And the choices that I make, those are the choices that I feel are going to be the best. It will still be the best. Because, again, this is what we have built here. I started this journey alone, and I'm not leaving alone. And this journey is still going. Some people can't survive the test of time because, again, some people got to be a character. Some people don't actually have anything of real substance to bring. Oh, I got a lot of substance. Because again, these is conversations we need to have because these are things that we can't avoid no more. And at some point, the right people will get together. What the hell? Give me 1 second. Man. Yeah, my bad. Forgot I got to start break soon. Uh, but nonetheless, I'm going to choose to keep building and bringing the right tools and keys. I want everybody to understand this. I don't do things out of emotion. I don't do things out of irrationality. And I'm going to stand on anything that I feel I need to stand on. If you fell on the wrong side of me, that's your fault solely. I could take my accountability. My accountability and my responsibility was to bring the right people, not to bring the wrong. And that's what I'm going to solely choose to do. It's my choice. choose to be here, just know that there's going to be levels of respect, and we're going to try to do that. There is no judgments, anything along those lines over here. I'm going to have these talks, even the most uncomfortable talks, because it's my choice to do so. Nonetheless, though, the link is pinned in case anybody want to chime in. Other than that, you know how we gonna do. You just gonna keep building, growing, and bringing the best conversations, whether the panel lit or the chat lit. Don't matter. And there are a lot of you who always bring something good and bring a piece of what's needed. Oh yeah, realist. Back to what you said earlier. You already know, man. You've been around here long enough, man. You know how it's gonna be, man, with certain situations. Some people are just gonna put themselves out there because that's the attraction and that's the gain that they want. But they know what comes with those consequences. And a lot of them know they're not prepared for it, but hey, that's solely their choice, bro. Appreciate you, my guy. You already, man. Like I said, that woman right there was strong in all angles of life. Even down to her last days, she was still strong and still holding on. That's where I got that from. Also got that from my pops too. Pops ain't quit on certain things, despite whatever. He ain't quit. I guess I got the fighting spirit from both of them. Because even when it looked like it's down to nothing, I'm coming out fighting. We all have something to offer. We all have a story. And we all have some sort of way of reasoning to where we could get to the best conversations without tearing each other down or disrespecting each other. And that's the beauty about what I chose to build over here. We can agree to disagree on a lot of different subjects, but we don't never take it outside of just that. We had a deep conversation. We can always agree on the main things, though. There should be some sort of change. Choices, like I said, for some people, they can make it easy. Again, for some of y'all, cry about the kids not having nothing to do. It's your choice to find something for them to do. If not, just prepare for it. Again, you should make choices easy. The choices you have to make that might be difficult, those are going to be the ones that, again, they're going to bring strength, character, but they're also going to bring wisdom because, again, you might be cutting off the right people for the right reasons. Don't cut off the right people for the wrong reason. But you know how I do things, though. Just felt that needed to come out tonight, definitely. Because again, we have choices. We have choices to be great, or we have choices to meet our early fates. Solely up to us, right? Try to make the best decisions, not the worst ones. That being said, you know me, I ain't gonna keep y'all all night before I get called again to go on break. Let me do what I finished doing. Um, y'all already know I definitely be back in the morning with the safe. Couple things I want to chime in on, some little current events or whatever. But other than that, tonight was what it was, though. Again, it's solely a choice. James number 8, always late for church. Put down that crown royal, brother. Nah, but you know what it is though. See, prime example. I'm gonna do this again. I could have chose to just leave that live stream this morning for tonight. My brain is different and calculated, so when it comes out, it comes out. It might be things that I chime in on, and if I chime in on it, it's going to be used for a reference and a purpose. References and purposes ain't that far off about what's going on in society. Oh, oh, I didn't want to ask this though. Um, and I want to ask this. Why? No, no, nope. I ain't gonna do it today. Ain't gonna do it. Not even gonna ask that question. That'll be solely for something else. Ah, man, my bad, y'all. See, look, brain almost went on overload. Oh, I am gonna say this though for some of you youngins out there. Again, you still have a choice when you are out in the world amongst people. What you choose to do, again, it will solely lie on you. And if you choosing to do the wrong things, it will hurt you severely. Yes, you young men and women. Question today is why do you risk it, knowing what the consequences could be? There's some of you putting yourselves in dangerous positions, even on this social media apps as we speak. But you got to remember, you doing certain things for the camera, not knowing who could be watching. Even if your parents ain't watching, it could be somebody else watching. Do you want the wrong people watching? Seen something earlier that disturbed me. And again, that would be a question to ask parents. What would you do if there was a video circulating of your child doing inappropriate things that they shouldn't be doing in the back seat of a car? How would you handle that? Me, honestly, as a parent, I don't know. So everybody got a different way of dealing with these type of situations. But again, this is the problem that we have right now. The problem again is there's too many things being recorded that shouldn't be recorded. And some people are going along with things because again, it's a choice. If you feel uncomfortable doing certain things, and I'm gonna say this to y'all youth again, if you feel uncomfortable doing certain things, follow your gut instinct. The sad part about that situation is even when that young girl becomes an adult, that video still will be floating around one way or another. And again, you not just made yourself look bad, you're supposed to be a representation of your parents, and you made them look bad. There's some of you who are making harsh decisions, and yes, I'm even speaking to the youth that need to hear it. Because some of y'all just rebelling. There's some of y'all coming from the greatest of circumstances, and you got people that would kill to be in your positions in life, and you're putting yourself in these positions for what? If you coming from an area where your parents love you deeply and they are doing everything they possibly can, why do certain things that's going to make them look bad? Yeah, I already know, James. That right there, nah, I'm sorry. Blood through the roof past that. I would hope I don't have to suffer a stroke or something along those lines because I know I would be that angry. In certain instances, I know a lot of parents would definitely be going ape shit. Sorry to say it that way. But there should be no reason why your daughter is being recorded. And not even that. The problem is she still had the choice to not do what she did, and she did it anyway. Before it even got heavy, or before it even thought to get heavy. The problem was, again, exposing yourself for what? There's some of y'all who want to be grown so badly, but I would say in this instance right here, live your life accordingly. Don't rush certain experiences. When it's your time and you feel you are ready for that experience, then you do so. Don't put yourself out here like tomorrow's trash. Think about what I just said tonight. That being said, I'm gonna save that for another discussion. Definitely want to save that for another discussion because again, I gotta come to a common ground on things. Common ground should be this: protection at all costs. It is our choice to do so, and if we choose to do it, we got to stand on it and stick to it. If we choose to overlook it, we're gonna always have the same remaining problems, and there'll never be change, and there'll never be no real road to prosperity and growth. Something to think about for the night. It burns me up again that we are being so dumbed down education wise, and we replacing our educational value with social media. And it's not to say social media isn't informative, it is, especially if there's the right type of content and the knowledgeable content. But everything else outside of that, it's just entertainment. But there's some things that should never be presented on any app or anything along those lines. Shouldn't be that way. Again, some of y'all start having more respect and more dignity for yourself. And again, if it don't feel right, follow your gut. It works all the time. It'll save you a lot of drama. It'll definitely save you one of those unnecessary trips. Don't let that ball go over your head. Oh, but in order for that to happen, I can't just blame the youth. Some of you adults out here got to stop putting out the content that you're putting out on these apps. How do we expect them to learn something when they coming across things all day, every day? I'm gonna definitely break that down on another conversation tip because yeah, it's time to start bringing back a balance. I'm choosing to stick on the topics that I stick on, and some of them are going to hit heavy and deep. But this is what I'm here for. This is what I'm gonna continue to do. Again, whether the haters like it or not, because the message is bigger than me and it's bigger than you. But yeah, let me get up out of here. Definitely was a great conversation, and you know I'll be back in the morning for the site. Who knows? I could have this same piece of conversation tomorrow night. Never know. Yeah, always a blessing to bring something to the people. And again, shout outs to everybody that's been a part and still being a part of this build. Everybody that's coming in new to the Eulogy family, we still got more on the way. I choose to keep this balance, and I'm gonna stand firm on that. Because again, the message is bigger than me. Don't let that sink through anybody else's head. And if it sinks in your head, just know I mean it. What comment? Miss T, what's going on, baby? Wait, serious? What comment? Wait a minute. I didn't see. Hold on. You wrote something after great disquest. Wait, no, you wrote something after ask the question. I didn't delete nothing. And you know what? Depending on what you writing, oh yeah, before I get up out of here, I've noticed that too. Depending on what you writing and so on and so forth, they either have the option of showing it or hiding it, but should nothing be hidden, especially when I'm not the one hiding nothing. I don't know what's going on, but I guess you got to be mindful of what you say in the chat too. Crazy. 'Cause I know I ain't said nothing the way it would have to cause for that. Let me check something real quick though. Let me check something real quick. But you know me, I don't delete no comments, so I don't know. I'm gonna figure this out. But I've seen this in certain spots. You write certain things in the chat, they choosing if they wanted to be shown or hidden. That's crazy. I don't know. I didn't do nothing because I didn't see nothing else after you said ask the question. And I just checked on the app my damn self too. And I don't see nothing. So I don't know what the hell going on. My scalp hurt, y'all. My fucking scalp hurt. Nonetheless, for those who might have just been tuning in, y'all already know y'all could definitely catch this replay. But again, this is a conversation that was needed. Hopefully, somebody took something out of this. And again, I'm going to keep bringing what I need to bring because I choose to bring it here. Again, serious, I don't know what happened because I didn't see the outside of ask the question and great discussion. I don't know what was put up there because I can't see much through the stream, y'all. Well, ask the question again because I still got a couple minutes. I don't know what the hell going on. But it's crazy. Yeah, and I don't like that because again, this is what I was saying. How's everything supposed to be freedom, and you ain't giving people the freedom or the option to speak their mind? Oh yeah, I'm gonna delve into that later too. Don't worry. Oh man, see, this is what I'm saying. Keep bringing logical content. It's what's necessary right now. For those who again might have just been tuning in, you can catch the replay. And again, hopefully somebody did get something out of this because again, you have choices in life. It is about making that right choice though. And that right choice being beneficial on all angles, even beneficial for your education. So yeah, get back to that. Oh yeah, again, adults, let's start giving these kids a choice in life outside of negativity. Let's give them a choice outside of trying to be an adult too quick. Show them that they have life and they got time for a reason to build and grow into the best possible people that we know. nonetheless, I'll be back in the morning with the scythe. And yeah, um, definitely might be back tomorrow night. I'm gonna definitely break down this scenario because again, it's horrific and it's crazy. And it even popped up in the YouTube short. So again, it's crazy. Cause see, these would be the videos that you see on these shorts at some point when they doing them green screen reactions and stuff. Children shouldn't be out here doing these type of acts. And some of you adults need to stop encouraging the acts. Nonetheless, get my ass up out of here. Definitely appreciate everybody for tuning in, and we got more to come. So, y'all was new to the channel, like, share, comment, and subscribe. Shout outs to the replay game. Shout outs to the Shadow Mafia and the Shadow Babies. Y'all know what it is, baby. For everybody that was in attendance tonight, y'all already know that love is love and that be reciprocated as such. I don't know how to be fake. All I'm gonna do is give you real. That's all I'm gonna do is give you real topics and real bills. And again, hopefully y'all enjoy your evenings. I'll see some of y'all running around these YouTube streets. And yeah, definitely got more on the way. Y'all stay safe, keep that third eye open. And until the next live, we out of here. Peace and blessings.